Hi everybody, my name is Carla and welcome back to the Written Word Calligraphy channel. Today I wanted to show you how I view calligraphy as a form of meditation and how I meditate through calligraphy. As some of you guys know, I'm a Christian and I love writing God's Word through calligraphy, using calligraphy, and it's just a way for me to relax. And even right now, as I'm doing this, it's going to help, relax my mind. I've been doing a lot of videos today, so I need this to kind of just settle my mind and do something without a lot of stress. So what we're going to do is we're going to use my Psalms Calligraphy Digital Worksheets. So these ones already have the verses written out in the traced form. I personally like doing tracing when I'm relaxing and meditating because that way I'm not really thinking of like the overall look of it as much rather than just like focusing on the strokes and that rhythmic movement of writing. That really helps set the tone for me. And then I also play in some music. Usually some relaxing classical music or worship music is good too. Sometimes when I have worship music on, I end up singing along and I end up writing something else. So usually some kind of like classical music is good. And with this exercise, you'll need your calligraphy pen, your worksheets, and your ink, and of course your favorite nib of choice. And you want to come with it with a posture of like just not rushing. You want to not even focus so much about like technique, but rather like stroke by stroke, letter by letter, until you form those words. And as you complete each word, you can kind of reflect on the word, because as you probably already know, calligraphy takes a while to write. Each one is probably 10 to 15 times slower than your daily handwriting. So this hopefully will help keep your mind and give it a slow breath. And so as you're writing as well, you want to keep a slow breath. When you're going up, you'll breathe in, and then as you come down, you will exhale as well. So I'm going to demonstrate that as I write. This is Psalms 51, so it's part of my collection one of the digital worksheets, which you can download and purchase from my website. So I'm using the Sumi ink and the Nico G for this particular suite. So I'm going down first, coming down. You can also meditate in silence. Just listen to the paper and the nib flowing through the paper. Slow breathing. So I'm like focusing on the word create, and now in. It's very intentionally slower than your normal handwriting, even normal calligraphy writing, especially if you've been doing calligraphy for a while. Now we're going to pure, so you can like reflect on that word even for just a few seconds more, because you're just tracing over it. Smile as you write. Pause. You don't need to rush it when you're meditating and writing in calligraphy. And you can pause in every letter as well. It doesn't all have to continue all at once. Again, I want you to write even slower than you normally do. Think about the word God as you write the word God. And now we're writing the word renew. So don't rush it. Breathe slowly. If you even need to, you can relax your shoulders. It's definitely quality over quantity here. The word steadfast is nice and long, so you can go through each stroke slowly. The word within. Can reflect on this word. Sometimes when you're writing words so slowly, you actually end up thinking that some words are spelled really weirdly, and that's okay. Just like think about the word within as you're writing it, and you can even say it a couple times in your head as you're writing it, because of how slow it is. Me. Now, we end it with the word some. We've now finished about 5 minutes of meditation. Even for myself, I find it really hard to focus and pray, trust in God for 5 minutes. I get distracted so easily. So whenever you're writing, it's a way to kind of focus, get your hand and mind rested and busy at the same time while focusing on something that is relaxing and meditative. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I can't wait to see some of your meditative practices and maybe the worksheets in practice as well. And I'll see you guys in another video.